The NHT has 12 projects that we will be executing this year, and they are at varying stages. Mount Nelson in Manchester, 1,758 units, for which I broke ground earlier this month. Galena in St. Mary, 360. Dry Valley in Trelawney, 1,560. Brampton Farm, St. Catherine, 2,000. Spot Valley, St. James, 418. Carlsberg in Clarendon, 200. Chantilly in Westmoreland, 135. Friendship Oaks, Phase 2, St. Elizabeth, 543. Longville Park Pen in Clarendon, 2,077. Barrett Hall in St. James, 1,565. Roselle in St. Thomas, pay attention to that one, 660. And Nonsuch, St. Mary, 46. Planning and designs are also underway for schemes consisting of 10,598 solutions, including 5,000 solutions in Longville 4, Clarendon. Madam Speaker, the NHT will commence construction on more than 19,575 solutions across all parishes over the next 2 years and continues to acquire land for new development. One of the challenges that developers face is that advances provided by the NHT are insufficient to cover large initial capital outlays required, as infrastructure can account for some 20 to 25% of overall project costs. Therefore, the NHT is revising its NHT financing program to enhance flexibility in the release of payment advances. In addition to the current mobilization advance of up to 5%, the NHT will provide an additional 20% for developers and 15% for the guaranteed purchase program to reimburse developers at different stages of the project as key infrastructure milestones are reached. Madam Speaker, this is necessary to increase funding for development. Additionally, Madam Speaker, in order to address the difficulty of identifying and accessing large tracts of land for housing in some areas, especially urban and semi-urban areas, the NHT will seek to partner with owners of small parcels of land under the Small Development Partnership Program. This initiative will see the NHT providing project funding and the technical and construction expertise, while the landowner will offer their property as their equity for the development. The proposed properties must be zoned for residential purposes and have access to the requisite support infrastructure, potable water, electricity, sewage. This is targeted at houses for low-income and affordable segments of the housing market. Therefore, the selling price of the units must be under the price point set by the NHT. This initiative is going to be a game changer for resuscitating communities that are suffering from urban blight. So what this is doing, so if you have a community where somebody has a half acre, a 3/4 acre of land, it's depressed, they can approach the NHT and say, partner with me to develop this into smaller housing solutions at more affordable prices. And if we get this done in mass, communities like Central Kingston, Grants Pen, West Kingston, you name it, communities that are already structured, they have roadways, the water mains are already there, in some cases sewer is already there, then what you would see is people who own land in those communities who would not be able to go and approach a bank because the bank would say, this is not a bankable property. But now they could approach the NHT, and the NHT would facilitate the development, even purchase the homes from them, and then resell them. Now, once you start to get that in mass, you can start to transform entire areas, but with a lower infrastructure cost, because the roads are already there. They just need to be patched. The water main is already there. So that is the thinking behind this strategy. And I'm certain that this is going to instigate a transformation of some of the communities.